Yeah, that's one. And there's the other one. This one should be good enough. Alright, so I've been doing this small short series. I was going to do like 10-part series to Oliver Anthony and use his music in this, a couple of his songs actually, and just make him a small 10-part series. As I've been investigating him and researching him, and I think I'm going to call him out. I think I'm going to do a full series to him. I'll decide over the next couple of days. I think I can help him. I think I can help him the same way that I keep telling anybody else that comes to my channel, the way that I think I can help you guys to see the true creator for yourselves, so that you don't have to accept any of these lies anymore. And it'll just give me something to do. I was going to make a series to Neil Oliver anyway, so what's the difference? So I just want to spend a couple minutes, maybe 45 minutes, whatever this video runs. I'm going to go over here on this camera, because I got this other camera running again as usual. I'm going over to the Miguel Everyone channel and the Michael Oziak channel to do this. And I'm going to begin with, today anyway, this video, I'm going to begin with the moon. And while we're listening to Oliver Anthony's story, a little bit of his own words, because he has come out and talked and stuff like that. So let me get down here. Okay, so let's listen to him while I pull up these moon videos. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep pausing on this other video camera that I got going over here. My cameras were really dirty and shitty the other day, and this other shitty camera, this one here, is really shitty. Everything's really blurry, and I guess it's not what's the big deal, I guess, but it's just, people are going to think that I'm doing it intentionally or something. But I put some light around and stuff like that to try to make it better, but at the same time, I don't want any glare off the screen, so kind of battling myself on these things. So I guess I'll start with this one, and then I cannot pause on that video. This one I can. Let's just get started.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total.
Okay, so Oliver Anthony, now I know his name is not really Oliver Anthony. I believe it's Chris or something like that. But I'm going to continue to call him Oliver Anthony, and that was his grandfather's name, I guess, is the story. And I'll continue to refer to him as Oliver Anthony. I'm going to write it in the series as Oliver Anthony. I'm probably going to get copyright strikes on a bunch of these videos that I've already have posted. Most likely YouTube will shut my channel down again like they always do. So it's going to be a battle there as well. But Oliver, I'm just going to call you Oliver if you don't mind. Doesn't sound like you minded. You said you don't care if people refer to you as that. So what I'm going to do, Oliver, is I'm going to make you a 100 to 200 part series, and I'm going to try to show you that you can go and see the true creator for yourself. I'm using your videos in most cases. I'm using your own videos to show you the true creator all around you that I've always been able to see. You seem like a sincere person. You seem like you're a real person. You're not part of the fuck show, at least not intentionally anyways. You're just a zombie slave like the rest of us, 7.8 billion zombie slaves, whether we're poor or rich or anything else. So I'll see if I can get you on board. I've had no luck. I've been doing these videos series now to people for about 6 years, and I call people out, hundreds of them, because in each series that I do, I call out many of their friends. So if I do a series to Jordan Peterson, I'm calling out during that series Joe Rogan and all these people that Jordan Peterson is tight with. And at the same time, same, you know, with everybody, I do that kind of same shit. Um, I'm bringing you to several places in order to show you the true creator's work. You have in your own videos all around you, surrounded by trees, rocks, stones, that are easy for me to what's called digitally collect the electromagnetic nanocarbon from the areas around you. So that's what I'm doing. The imagery is feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast, faces only. And you will see this as you go and look at the true creator's work. You will see this. You will be able to determine and separate the true creator's work from the false creator / creator's work. These are terms that I put on them, but if anybody else comes along and finds better terminology than the terminology I'm using, that's fine. But again, it's been 6 years and no one else is coming along and even looking. So the reason why I go for the clouds, the trees, the rocks, I'm going for things that do not have human influence in them. I try to stay away from anything that has human influence. Even one of the trees that you have in the background that I went in the other day, the bark has been taken off the tree. So that would be human influence because the bark has been stripped from the tree. But I did it anyways. I went in on 2 of the trees that you had, digitally collecting the EMNC. Now, if you knew that I was doing this to your videos, you could make it even easier on me, because I could explain to you that it's all about lights and shadows and angles and distances of perspective as far as seeing them, seeing the imagery that's all around us. It was meant to be this way. That's what these are for. That's what these are supposed to be for, so that we could see it all. We don't have to see it all. We can feel it all. We can hear it all. We can use all of our other senses as well, but we've been pretty fucking dumbed down. You're going to see. By the time I get done with your series, hopefully you'll understand this. Now, the reason why I'm pausing the moon and playing, which I probably should not do because I got this other camera rolling, so I'm going to hit play again and let the moon roll in a little bit. I want to explain to you the triangular builders. The true creators builders are triangular shape, and they build everything in this realm. The false creator / creator is responsible for the bio realm, the feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast that we see here in the bio realm. The rest of the bio realm, I have to get into it with you. It's going to be hard for you to understand and accept that humans started dividing Adam ourselves how many tens of thousands of years ago, maybe hundreds of thousands of years ago. And we began dividing Adam ourselves, and we brought in all the other species, because the only species that the true creator shows us are feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast, which means that when the false creator / creator started his divisions and started dividing everything to do his build, because that's his entire build was made by division. And as he was dividing everything, and he kept dividing, and that's how the entire build went. Now, I'm not a video maker myself either, so I've got a lot of different shit going on at the same time. I cannot keep up with it, but I really don't even care. This has to get out there. Others have to see this. Others have to at least have a chance to know about it. My videos are constantly squashed. They're never going to make the algorithm like your song did. The reason your song made the algorithm, and the reason why your song is so popular, is because you're using all PSYOP terminology throughout the entire song. So I did a little bit yesterday on it, and then after I was listening to it again, because I keep listening to a few of your songs anyway, over and over and over again, I'm getting the rest of the gist of it, and you have been lied to and fucked with just like the rest of us. And you want to find a place to find pride in your grandparents and your family and everything like that, and you want to find the pride in them. So the shit that I'm going to be telling you about, how they all lied to you because they lied to themselves, you can let them off the hook. Most people do want to let everybody else off the hook. I don't want to. I'd rather we all face our mirror neuron, our empathy neuron. And this is not to say to get depressed or sad or angry with ourselves or anything like that, but we have to face that mirror neuron. We cannot keep allowing the mirror neuron manipulator to overtake all of our emotions and our thoughts, because that's what we do as human beings. That's what we do. And okay, I'm gonna hit play over here. I'm gonna hit back on your music. I'm gonna keep busting in every now and then. I'm gonna go put a filter on this other camera for the moon that's coming through. I just wanted to mention that the moon also has all the evidence that you need. So the clouds, the rocks, the trees, and the moon is probably where I'm going to spend most of the time on doing your video. But I need you to know that you yourself can go to any moon photographs, videos. I'm doing my own videos. I'm making my own videos because I'm trying to show and prove to everyone how easy this is and how easy it is to see it all. But you can go do your own photos and videos and photos of the moon. The important thing is again, keeping in mind lights and shadows, angles and distances of perspective, and most importantly, forgetting everything that you've ever heard, learned, thought, taught, programmed, because it has all been lies, and that's going to be hard for you to accept. You don't want to get angry at your, parents or grandparents and things like that, and think ill of them for doing this to us. So you don't have to. You can find your own way of getting around that and allowing yourself to let them all off the hook. But we ourselves have to take the blame. Middle class, poor, rich, it doesn't really matter. It's 7.8 billion zombie slaves. There are only about 10,000 at the very top that know everything that I'm telling you, and the rest and more. And hopefully throughout the next couple 100-part series, I'll be able to show you and prove that to you by showing you the mineral streets, by talking to you and showing you the Metellus. I'll probably get into a little bit of that. Showing you the True Creator's work, sharing with you how wonderful the True Creator's energy is for us to be using for communication. In fact, I'll throw that out maybe 20, 30 parts into the series. I will let you know how to do that. I'm sorry, I'm going to hit play again. I should just let the moon keep rolling because it is for the sake of this other camera. All right, let me hit this and then I'm going to put a filter.
Control, wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men,
Okay, I'm going with a blue filter over here. And I obviously have to get this a lot closer when we do this.
I wish politicians look out for minors, not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the old beast milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what.
So what I'm doing over here with this moon video is I'm letting the moon go light to light in my telescope. And I'm doing 360s with my camera on the telescope lens, okay? Just so you know, because again, angles, this gives you every different angle and distances of perspective that you need when you're looking at the moon. So no one else is doing that. I'm the only one out there that's doing that. There's a reason why they purposely don't do that. Because they don't want anyone to accidentally see this. And if anyone does accidentally see it, they certainly don't want them to come to terms with it all, of the reality of it. They don't want them to come to terms with it and do exactly what I'm doing. Nonchalantly talking about it and exposing it. Not acting like a lunatic, not acting like a crazy person when I'm talking about it. Because I've accepted it now. I see it for what it is. And I know that there's not much I can do on my own. I need to awaken everyone else to what the hell's going on. Let me see if this one's coming through. Yeah, that one is coming through, but then I lose it Because, see, I need to be able to be working this camera up and down all over the fucking place, and it sucks because there's no way I could possibly do everything by myself. I'll try to do that, maybe. Let's see if that does it. I don't know. Some of these videos that I do are a total waste of time, and they end up having to be deleted. But I'm going to be using your music as much as I can, and then that's going to probably make me have to delete a lot of videos too, because I'll just get copyright strikes on it all. We'll see what happens.
What you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, cause the rich men, don't the rich men.
No, see, I'm losing it now. So I need to go in again. So yeah, it's pretty much useless this way. So you know,
I've been selling my soul,
fuck it.
working all day,
I'm not even gonna
overtime
post
hours for bullshit pay.
Okay. So if I do that, it's just gonna piss me off because every time I turn around, it's glare, and I need to be able to have this camera in my hand and following this moon through in order to show you the imagery. Otherwise, you're probably not gonna catch it. So, fuck this. I'll go back to this in a few minutes, separately. Or maybe I'll just take this camera down and, oh no, this camera sucks. Can't pause the fucking thing. So anytime so it wastes many minutes. Every time I'm doing something that really nobody's gonna care about me lighting a cigarette or lighting a joint or getting a coffee, and I can't even pause the fucking thing to do those things. So it's ridiculous. All right, so let's hear a little bit of your story, Oliver. Because I seen somebody had it posted here. Let me see. Make sure there's no commercials on it. Let's see. Okay, no.
Become an overnight sensation with his song Richmond, North of Richmond. And rightfully so, but through all of the headlines and the hype over this month, we have not really heard much from the man himself, nor really had a glimpse of who Oliver Anthony really is. And is he even Oliver Anthony? Well, no, he's not. But he is still the same man that we hear and see in the Richmond, North of Richmond video. He is humble and as real as they get. I mean, hell, the man has turned down an $8 million music industry offer and has had several others. And today, on Oliver Anthony Music's social media, the man, a part of it all, shared a powerful message behind all of the hype and glory so far, as well as formally introducing us to the real man behind Richmond, North of Richmond. His post read, "It's been difficult as I browse through the 50,000 plus messages and emails that I've received in the last week. The stories that have been shared paint a brutally honest picture. Addiction, unemployment, anxiety and depression, hopelessness, and the list goes on. I'm sitting in such a weird place in my life right now. I never wanted to be a full-time musician, much less sit at the top of the iTunes charts. Draven from Radio WV and I filmed these tunes on my land with the hope that it may hit 300,000 views. I still don't quite believe what has went on since we uploaded that. It's just strange to me. People in the music industry give me blank stares when I brush off $8 million offers. I don't want 6 tour buses, 15 tractor trailers, and a jet. I don't want to play stadium shows. I don't want to be in the spotlight. I wrote the music I wrote because I was suffering with mental health and depression. These songs have connected with millions of people on such a deep level because they're being sung by someone feeling the words in the very moment they were being sung. No editing."
You've been propagandized, Oliver. You've been totally propagandized. Don't have to feel bad about it. Don't have to feel guilty about it. But you've been propagandized. We all have 7.8 billion zombie slaves, all living in different countries, all propagandized by our leaders. These 10,000 at the top that I'm talking about that know the true creator, they know the true creator's work. It's all been hidden from us. When you go and when you begin to see it all, And I hope that you do. I hope that someone comes along that can actually take fucking 10 minutes out of their busy, nothing lives. That all these things that they give us to do, again, are all propaganda. Nothing is based on reality or honesty. And that's hard people to do because people go like this and they say, no, this is real. I'm real. And go like this. I know. It's very twisted and it's hard to understand. You say something in this that instantly made me like you. When you talk about the internet of things and how bad it is for us. Okay, so the true creator's work is the true creator's energy. First of all, we can use that energy to communicate with each other. It's a given. It's a given. There's no doubt about this, that we have this energy. You will even accept it when you hear me say those words. You'll understand what it is I'm talking about and you'll accept it. But then in the back of your mind, you're going to go right back to the propagandist, internet shit, telephones, television screens. Not that you're real big on it, but obviously you have electrical equipment, so electronics and all these things. These are going to be your ways of life. You go on to mention, and I'll let you say it for you in your own words, but you go on to talk about these things, not understanding there's another level of it that you're missing. Even you have been duped. Even you have been programmed into all of these things. There's a lot of details. I won't rush it because I'm going to do a couple 100-part series to you. Let me get this back online here. So I'll have time to talk about these things as we go along. And if I hear you mention something, I will stop the video and talk about those specific things. And then I always run myself off like I'm, doing right now.
No agent, no bullshit. Just some idiot and his guitar. The style of music that we should have never gotten away from in the first place. So that being said, I have never taken the time to tell you who I actually am. Here's a formal introduction. My legal name is Christopher Anthony Lunsford. My grandfather was Oliver Anthony, and Oliver Anthony music is a dedication not only to him, but 1930s Appalachia, where he was born and raised. Dirt floors, 7 kids, hard times. At this point, I'll gladly go by Oliver because everyone knows me as such, but my friends and family still call me Chris. You can decide for yourself. Either is fine. In 2010, I dropped out of high school at age 17. I have a GED from Spruce Pine, North Carolina. I worked multiple plant jobs in western North Carolina, my last being at the paper mill in McDowell County. I worked third shift 6 days a week for $14.50 an hour in a living hell. In 2013, I had a bad fall at work and fractured my skull. It forced me to move back home to Virginia. Due to complications from the injury, it took me 6 months or so before I could work again. From 2014 until just a few days ago, I've worked outside sales in the industrial manufacturing world. My job has taken me all over Virginia and into the Carolinas, getting to know tens of thousands of other blue-collar workers on job sites and in factories. I've spent all day, every day, for the last 10 years hearing the same story. People are so damn tired of being neglected, divided, and manipulated.
I'm going to put this filter on that I got on the other camera. I'm going to put it on this camera.
And still owe about $60,000 on it. I am living in a 27-foot camper with a tarp on the roof that I got off of Craigslist for $750. There's nothing special about me. I'm not a good musician. I'm not a very good person. I've spent the last 5 years struggling with mental health and using alcohol to drown it. I'm sad to see the world in the state that it's in, with everyone fighting with each other. I've spent many nights feeling hopeless that the greatest country on earth is quickly fading away. That being said, I hate the way the internet has divided all of us. The internet is a parasite that infects the minds of humans and has their way with them. Hours wasted, goals forgotten, loved ones sitting in houses with each other, distracted all day by technology made by the hands of other poor souls in sweatshops in a foreign land. When is enough enough? When are we going to fight for what is right again? Millions have died protecting the liberties we have. Freedom of speech is such a precious gift. Never in world history has the world had the freedom it currently does. Don't let them take it away from you. Just like those once wandering in the desert, we have lost our way from God and have let false idols distract us and divide us. It's a damn shame.
All true, all true stuff. With a mixture of propagandist lies all surrounding it all. So, on one hand, some of these things that you say, they're exactly dead on, but they're all surrounded by lies. So, we're going to get into all that. Meanwhile, while I'm starting your series, because this is only going to be like part 6 or 7 or something of your series, these are Hydron croppers. They're called Hydron cropping tools. I call them that because I'm a sarcastic asshole and I hate all the liars. Just like you sound like you do too. So what these shapes are is so that I can crop the images. We as human beings, I don't know what the time has been, but we've lost some contrast in our eyes, obviously, because we should have been able to see all this all along. And we were able to see it all along. I believe that that's some of the, again, some things are just beliefs. Some things I have total evidence for, and there's no doubt in my mind about. I will show them all to you. Back to these Hydron croppers. Whether you're looking at the trees like I was looking in your video the other day, or whether you got a moon video like this, which you're not going to be able to see from that camera, but that's okay. What you do is you go to my channel. You can, no problem. Richard Vogue series part 112. That's on the Miguel Everyone channel. Miguel Everyone is also not my name. It was just a name I made up, and my story's a little different than yours as far as that goes. Miguel Everyone is a name that I had to make up because I needed other channels because YouTube kept crushing my channels. A nobody, nothing that makes shitty videos who didn't even have anybody watching at all for 5 years, like really just the last couple of years. And the majority of the people that are signed up to my channel are agents. So what the fuck good is that going to do? And you can tell that they're agents. They all get called out. As I'm going along, I call them all out. Yes, there are probably, I don't know, 15, 20 maybe real people that are on there. But they're the people that are never going to say anything. They're afraid to say anything. They don't know what to make of all this. Is it just another agent situation that's trying to set them up with more lies, that kind of thing? So those people, I can understand. They're probably going to be confused. It's unfortunate, though, because really we're out of time, and we've been running out of time for, a couple thousand years. and now we're running out of time again. More out of time. We're always going to have these ups and downs, as we know. You look at your grandfather's history going back to the 30s when he was born, and you look at his trials and tribulations, and then we make it seem like things are so much better today because we have all these material things. Yes, you turn down the $8 million offer and stuff like that, but you can get those same offers and get that same money. Those offers will keep coming in now because they want you to be their propagandist. They want you to be their propagandist, and you're doing it. So even though you're claiming that you're against it, the song, every word out of the song that you sing, and I'll go back to the song after we get done listening to this, I've been listening to it. Every word is some type of propaganda, from God to Lord to talking about poor people. They're 5'3", 300 pounds, all this kind of shit, claiming that your taxes, and taxes is another one. These are all propaganda terminologies, and these terms all make sparks in people's brains. They're all going like this because that's how the propaganda works. Whether they hear it on the news or they hear it on a movie, whether they hear it in school, or whether they hear it from Oliver Anthony's song. They're just reconfirming they're already programmed. Their programs are already working. You hate the internet, but you don't understand that we as humans are also programmed the same way that the internet is programmed, the same way that the computers are programmed. Yes, they're all programmed by humans, and then humans soak them up, and it's a big circle fucking jerk. I highly recommend you cut yourself out of black cardboard, preferably some different shapes, so that you can crop. Make yourself some Hydron croppers. so that you can crop imagery as I'm showing all this to you, okay? And this is all simple shit, and it's all around us. So it's not like you have to go looking for it, you know? So as one day leads to the next, as you're researching all this, and you're looking to, let's listen to some more of you while I blow my nose.
And as you can see here, Chris also shared this photo right here with the post. That's as real as it gets, folks. And there is no doubt that he is giving us real country music again. Y'all make sure to show some love and support to Oliver Anthony, or if you want to call him Chris, down below in the comments. But that will be all for today's video here on CountryCast.
Okay, and this is what I do. And what
Good
I do
evening,
is
I'm
I
Brett
do
Bear,
opposite.
breaking
Yeah, you're a fucking idiot, Brett Bear. What I do is do different than the comment section. I'm not into the comment section, and probably you're not either. It sounds like you're not. That's another reason why I do emails and all that shit, and even cell phones. You know, I still carry a little shitty flip phone thing, and they're all tracked, by the way, all the agencies. I've been through some shit myself in the last couple of years, and actually for longer than a couple of years, but the last couple of years has been the worst. It was probably the worst last year. So last year, from the midsummer all the way till probably February or March, I would say, is like they finally backed off enough. And I'm talking bad. It was bad. They were trying to nail me on something. And I shouldn't be smiling like this, thinking that I outsmarted them, because they're probably just putting something different together, something that will stick, and something that is more than what they were trying to get me with before. So yeah, the whole thing is a fuck show. It really is. Let me go back to this. Oliver. Yeah, and I'm like I said, I got to run my own screens. I got to run my own videos in the background. I got to make sure my brain is fucking turned on enough that I can conversate. I have to make sure that there's lighting, proper lighting in here and everything like that, so you guys can supposedly see in my eyes to know that I'm not lying to you, which I've explained before is stupid, because everyone, bunch of fucking liars. We've been trained to lie. I'll mention that while I'm thinking about it. So Oliver, even in your song, I was saying the other day, Oliver, in your song, you're singing with soul, spirit. You're singing with an energy that you believe in what it is that you're singing. So that's why it feels good to us, everyone. It's a good feeling song for them reasons. But when I'm reading between the lines of everything, and I'm looking at all the words that you're using, it's totally propagandist. So yes, it's propagandist from your point of view, just like if there was, just like the gangster, right? Let's say a poor gangster, not somebody that's middle class gangster, but a poor gangster, someone that's just joined up to a gang, they're young, they're trying to get their creds. If they made a rap song that was from the heart, right? They would be talking about, let's say if they were on the poor side, they'd be talking about those jelly roll things you're talking about, or fudge rolls, right? Bags of fudge rolls and stuff like that. So they would be talking about it from that side, saying, give me my fucking fudge rolls, you know, a bunch of scum and this kind of like you're saying from the middle class point of view, blaming them and the rich for the reason why the middle class is suffering. It's not. It's all the classes. It's all the races. As a matter of fact, the white race has had the best of this as far as the races all go. Black humans have gotten totally fucked. Totally fucked. I mean, worse than you could possibly imagine. For thousands and thousands of years, this is not a hundreds of years thing. This goes back a long way. This goes back pre-ancient Egyptian, okay? That the black humans have gotten fucked for that long. So that's very, very unfortunate. And you can't say, oh, well, that's too bad for them. I have to worry about me and mine. You can't do that, because you know what? The fact that we fucked over the black human population for that long, their value to us as human beings is huge. Huge value that's wasted. And they don't even realize it yet. Not even the good ones, not even the smart ones, not even the intelligent, clean, wealthy, even those black humans, or either that or the ones that do realize it, they don't feel confident that if they came out and showed everybody what I'm trying to show you, they would probably just get shot down right away anyways, just like it happened to me. So maybe they don't feel it's worth it. Should I give up all my wealth? Should I give up my fame, my power, my creds? Should I give it all up for a bunch of fucking idiots, black, white, Puerto Rican, Spanish, you name it, Latina, Jewish, all the national? Should I give it up for all of them to try to help them? And then we know what we're going to get, right? We know what we're going to get because it's 7.8 billion zombie slaves. And these 7.8 billion zombie slaves will turn on us fucking like that, right? Because they're zombie slaves. That's why you have to wake them up first before we show them all that. Because I'm trying to do that delicately, wake up this one and that one and awaken them. But they only wake up to more lies. They wake up to this, instead of going and looking at the system for themselves, what everybody's doing is they're just waking up to old lies, like you're kind of doing. You know, you're going back to your grandfather's life and say, well, you know, they had more character. They had more honesty, more reality. Yes, it was a tougher life, but at least we're not the kind of scum that we are, and that kind of thing. So I'll try to talk about a lot of that too as we go along in your videos, and try to get you to look at it from another perspective, angles and distances of perspective, I guess you could say, and try to get it to you to look at it from a different angle. Who knows? Maybe you'll see it from that angle. I've tried a lot of other people. I've gone through all the conspiracy people. I've gone through the politics, Democrats, liberal douche, fucking Republicans, conservative Republicans, you name it. I've gone through all those different races. I've tried calling out several black humans as I've gone along, Puerto Rican, white, Latina, Indian. I've pretty much done whoever I liked, and then I just say, fuck it, let's try it. Let's see if I can get them to wake up. Let's try it. Kind of the same thing I'm doing with you now. I just came across your video because I was going to call out Matt Walsh or Neil Oliver. Again, political people, but I wanted to call them out. They talked about a lot of things that I could probably show them that they were being lied to and that they're sharing their lies with everyone else and stuff like that. Kind of the same thing I'm going to be trying to do with you. So let's see what this one does.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men know for rich men, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. Those are rich men, those are rich men.
This is the moon.
I wish politicians look out for miners, and not just miners on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the whole beef, milk and welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of $5. Now when they're putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men know the rich men, Lord knows they all selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
Okay, so I don't have a handle on this. I'm just holding the phone sloppily in my hand. It's not easy to do, to show you around on the moon and everything like that. But it's good enough to get started and start the series and everything like that. These moon videos, there's 3 of them. I think there's probably about 7 or 8 of them total moon videos that I have personally put up on my own telescope. That's why I'm recommending them. But you can go to anybody's moon videos and anybody's moon photos in order to digitally collect the electromagnetic nanocarbon from the area we call the moon, which is not an area that anybody ever landed on. It's not made of cheese. No cow ever jumped over it. And the man on the moon, we were just looking at him, where they tell you the man on the moon, they don't give you everything that I'm going to give you right now, but I'll show you the area. See that eye there and that eye there with that nose there and this big lips down here with the cigar coming out? So they don't, here again, I'll tell you this too. Anybody that doesn't know and never been to my channel before, I have no explanation for inanimate objects other than me seeing what I want to see. But I'm going to throw it in there anyway, because this one in particular, along with several others, many others, inanimate objects that get caught here and there, I assume they're just me seeing what I want to see, but they are really good as far as well thought out. See this coming out of his lips right here? See the big lips? He's got the big lips. Now I can get him to go many different ways. You got the sunglasses up on top of the forehead is another one. Those are not actually sunglasses up on the forehead. What that is because the True Creator's imagery is image within image within image from the veil to the ground. And these images are going to be within each other. So right above him is another image. So right above that one, if I want to get rid of the lips, I can come up here, and these are going to turn into eyes. These dark areas, by the way, in the moon map model, I have explanations for how these got as dark. This is human influence. We're seeing human influence because of what we grow for trees and bio life here on the earth that we have control of, and we can not change the True Creator's imagery, but influence it in certain ways by what we do here. Okay, so what I was telling you about the cropping tools, using my hand as a cropping tool, what you're going to do is you're going to be moving your lights and shadows with your cropping tool. You could use your hand and make your hand a cropping tool like I'm doing here. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going to bring my hand into here to that lower eye. I'm bringing my camera down. I'm changing my angles and distances of perspective because I know where all these images are. There are zillions of them. So for me to say I know all of them, pretty close. I'm pretty confident. So, and I have a shit memory, just to let you know. And I know where they all are. So I know what angles, I know where to turn, what way to go. I know how to work my angles and distances of perspective for every image that I'm going for. So I'll also mention timelines. The moon, Oliver, this is going to be really weird shit for you to hear. It sounds like you may be ready for it. I don't know. We'll find out when the time comes. The moon is the false creator / creator's clock. That's number 2. Number 1, it's the false creator / creator's electromagnetic nanocarbon regulator when souls that you're singing about in your song, because those are a reality, those are truths, we have souls. And when those souls are issued to the bio realm, it's all determined by this moon, because this moon goes around in a clockwise rotation around our Earth, and which is all totally opposite of what the heliocentric model tells you, or the geocentric model for that matter, really, because even the geocentric model has a bunch of lies. So up here, just to let you know, there's one right here that I call, I used to call him the Kraken, and he's right here. Let me get his face. He's a small one. He's right here in the dark area. But all these, every time I do every little notch of a turn, every degree of a turn I do with a full moon. I'm doing this one with a video, but I can certainly do a photograph just as well, whether it's on screen, excuse me, on a monitor, or whether it's on a, on something else, on a piece of paper. I'm thinking to myself, I'm thinking while I'm working. So I got all these lights fucking glaring, pissing me off because I got light fucking glaring over there. So I'll just show you this one's a pretty interesting area too. So you see this guy with the mouth like this. I can get him better because I can change him down here. I can bring him down here and change him up. I can give him his neck. I can give you a little bit of his neck. I can change my angle like this, and then he's got a highlighting around him as well. You know, he's got his mouth open there and everything like that. So I can pull out my cropping tools, and I will, because I'm gonna go deep on the moon, and I'm gonna go deep on everything. Actually, I'm gonna treat your series just like every other series. I was gonna make it just a short, shitty little few part series, but once I listened to some of your videos, I actually started liking you a little bit. So I'm gonna. If I disliked you, I would just do a 10-part series to you, try to call you out, and I would see you as a purposeful liar. I don't see that. So what I'm going to do is give it a benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give it a chance, and I'm going to make it a couple 100-part series. So this thing's already at 42 minutes. So I know I say so a lot, I say a lot, but like I said, I'm doing a lot of shit on my own all at the same time, and it's not easy because I got to keep running each light, and then I got this going on and that going on, and a million different things. I got the blue filter on there now, and then I go back and forth with this light. Otherwise, it looks like a blurry, shadowy figure, and you know, I'm old, but I'm not that fucking old. So I'm going to keep doing this with the moon. I'm not going to come on camera like this. This is not something I normally do. I'm into showing you the true creator's work. I want to show you all of that. So looking at me is mostly when I'm going to be talking about a lot of specific things, because there's this thing about looking at people and seeing them in their eyes, I supposedly, that is supposed to make people feel better, I guess. Which I don't agree with. I just think that that's silly. I mean, you could do the same thing by the sound of my voice, whether I'm, being honest and truthful or not. And I'm not. Nobody is. We can't help ourselves. We're fucking liars. Everything that we know of has been a lie. Everything that I'm about to tell you and share with you is not for you to believe what it is I'm saying. It's for you to hear what I'm saying and go look for yourself. All of you, anybody that's coming to these videos, you're supposed to go look for yourselves, because that's where all the truth is. That's where the reality is. But when you see it, don't accept all your propaganda shit that you've been hearing all your life, that if you see the system and you see the true creator for yourself, then you're insane. That was a lie. You're seeing the true creator's system, then enjoy it. Go see it for what it is. Accept it for what it is, because it's all opposite of what we were living for the last 10,000 years. It's opposite of that. Everything from the food, the air, the water, the monetary system, the family unit, everything. We're living opposite of these things. So, and we've been being played really fucking bad. We've been being played so bad, Oliver, that you yourself, who feels like you've escaped all of the brainwashing, right? You've escaped it. You made it through. You can see everybody who they are. You can see the little cupcake eating welfare case for who they are. You can see the rich conglomerate politicians for who they are. All this. No, really, yeah, maybe you do, but you're still going along with it all. So maybe you are able to call them two out. But then what about yourself? What about the category that you're in? All the lying motherfucking average Joes, right? Because that's the majority of us. The middle class, they call us. Or if you want to put a race on it, the white middle class, right? And that's the majority of us here in the States. But it's every country. So when we go to India, we're going to find the same shit. They're just as zombified slaves as we are, and it's no different. different lies that they go by and live by, then we could go to North Korea. We could go to China. They're all, again, same thing. You know, they're not as mixed of races as we are. We're probably have the a good mixture of all the races. And as far as wealth goes, and in those categories, no, it's probably the same everywhere that I can think of. You know, if you go to, even if you go to Africa, there are very wealthy people that live in Africa, right? Because that's where Elon Musk, your other lying motherfucker that you guys all look up to, comes from. You know. So yes, there is a God, but we shouldn't be calling him God. Yes, there is a Lord, but we should not be calling him Lord. We should even both of these characters are the true creator, and the false creator slash creator could also be referred to as a Satan, the devil, and at the same time can be referred to as God, right? Because it's the creator of the bio realm. That's why I call it the creator slash false creator, right? I like saying false creator first because I think it upsets everybody and it'll entice anger in people when they hear the creator of us, our creator, being referred to as the false creator. But it's true. It is true. It's the false creator slash creator, because the true creator is the true creator of the electromagnetic nanocarbon realm, and then the false creator slash creator is the creator of the bio realm. So both sentences, both names are true to categorize the false creator slash creator. So we're gonna, this video, I might even go an hour and a half, but we'll see. I'm gonna keep playing this moon through. I'm gonna keep playing your music through. I'm gonna keep shooting the shit about some things. I gotta shut some lights off and do some other shit.
Well, I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. People like me, people like you, wish I could just wake up and not be true, but it is, all it is, living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men know the rich men, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control, wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men, 'cause the rich men. I wish politicians would look out for miners, and not just miners on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to heat, and the whole beast milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge round. Till then they're putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. For people like me, people like you, wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is, all it is, living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men know the rich men, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control, wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men know the rich men. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay. Well, I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drive back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. All it is, living in.
Okay, so I'm letting this go light to light. And what you're going to notice here coming in right now, I'm going to let it keep going. Eye, pointy nose, wart on each cheek. I call him the wizard. He's got a hairdo, and he's going to be coming through right about now. And I'm going to turn this a little bit, so I think it might help you get him a little better. And I might rewind it to let him come in again. There he is. So that's not even him in full because of the way that my shitty ass camera is. And I'll also say this, pausing. Even though the motion of the moon is going so slow, you would not think that it would even affect you. But photographs are better for that reason because it's a still shot. So still shot, besides my computer sucking and my equipment sucking. So I'm going to do this again. Let me see how far I can come over before I get. And this is not his angle either, by the way. This is not his perfect, what I call the wizard. This is not his perfect angle for coming in. And there's many, many other images coming in at the same time, but I don't want to confuse your eyes. So I'm pressing play right now while I'm hitting this, and we're going to keep an eye out for the wizard as he comes through. And you got to realize too that I'm mostly doing it this way because I could be holding it in my hand, but I'm smoking a joint and I don't want to put all my efforts into doing these stupid videos that no one ever pays attention to. So I do as little as I possibly can so that my own feelings are not hurt, that everyone's ignoring everything that I show them. So. Look out for miners, and not just miners on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the whole beast milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge round. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. All it is, living in the new world with an old soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's thanks to no end, 'cause the rich men, known for rich men. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay. press play on this again, and then you've got several songs. This is one of your other ones. Probably a commercial on it, though. Let's see. Yep.
To build the Honda CR-V.
Yeah, figures. So I'm going to let the moon keep going through. Now, this moon is not a full moon, by the way, either. And different times when my camera gets foggy, I was dealing with 2 nights, really bad fog going on, and I don't have fancy equipment or anything like that. I had other times when the camera goes out of focus and then I put it back in focus. So you want to wait for the right run. And then, you know, so there it is right there. I just hit it and I had a, what I call a sweet spot. I find the sweet spot where the imagery is not, it's very crisp and very clear. Let's put it that way. The imagery ends up being very crisp and clear rather than shadowy. And another great thing about the moon is that the imagery never changes. The images are always the same in the moon, not unlike the clouds where they're rolling through and the builders are building them while they're flowing, and that's the way it works. And you'll be able to, and that's great because it's both sides of that are great, because it's nice to watch the builders work as they're working, as they're building, and then it's also nice to see the things that are already completed that they were well, that we can consider completed. Let's say a rock or a stone or something along those lines, you know. So let's see, there's the wizard's coming up again. So I'm just gonna pause it there for a minute and then turn this on. And it's not just the wizard I'm looking at. I'm moving around looking at other things too, but there are certain characters, certain images that I like to impress on people.
Picking on the same blackboard since I was just a boy with a dream. My daddy had a cab daily horse down in the field running biker and things. Preacher talk about heaven, son, it sure sounds nice. At least I can tell him that I had me a slice. Nobody singing songs about Virginia. The sweet Virginia's always a singing to me. Down some old biker roads where the green grass grows, on down in the hills where the folks on horseback roll. Lordy, I tell the youngins when I grow old what the old told me. Lord, they don't never sing songs about Virginia, but Virginia, she's always a singing to me. I got a lighter, I got a bowl, I know a spot where the law don't go. Now we can smoke something my daddy never grew back in his day. Down some old biker road where the green grass grows, on down in the hill where the folks on horseback roll. Lordy, I tell the youngins when I grow old what the old told me. Son, they don't never sing songs about Virginia, but Virginia, she's always a singing to me. Virginia, she's always a singing to me.
The opposite hydron cropper that goes the opposite direction. And these croppers, I'm using them to go onto timelines. I don't drop right on timelines. I do is I go a little bit before the timeline. I'm letting the timeline do what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to be showing us these images so we can keep track of the false creators/creators clock. But we don't use it, we ignore it, because we think that there are little green men on Mars, and we think that outer space is what we were told it is, and we think that there were men that landed on the moon, and we think that outer space is it's a fucking joke. Let's put it that way. The joke's on us. We were all abused in this way. The whole thing was a fucking bullshit story.
I've been picking on the same blackboard since I was just a boy with a dream. My daddy had a cab daisy horse down in the field running backer and beans. Preacher talk about heaven, son, it sure sounds nice. At least I can tell him that I had me a slice. Nobody's singing songs about Virginia, but sweet Virginia's always a singing to me. Down some old biker roads where the green grass grows, on down in the hills where the folks on horseback roll. Lordy, I tell the youngins when I grow old what the old told me. Lord, they don't never sing songs about Virginia, but Virginia, she's always a singing to me. I got a ladder, I've got a bow, I know a spot where the law don't go, and we can smoke something my daddy never drove back in his day. Down some old biker road where the green grass grows, on down in the hill where the folks on horseback roll. Lordy, I tell the youngins when I grow old what the old told me. Son, they don't never sing songs about Virginia, but Virginia, she's always a singing to me. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. politicians look out for miners, not just miners on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the whole beast milking welfare. God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. All it is, living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men north of Richmond. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
I think he's got another couple more in here. Let's check them out.
It's based off a true story. It's called Ain't Got a Dollar.
Well, I ain't got a dollar, I don't need a dime. I got a little spot in the country where I spend all of my time. When the sun goes down on this itty bitty town, we can light up the bowl and pass it around. I ain't got a dollar, but I don't need a dime. Well, the rain could be pouring or the sun shining down. Long as my old truck still fires on up and there's crops growing in the ground. We'll have to pick some muscadines right off the vines, get a little yeast and make a little wine. 'Cause I ain't got a dollar, but I don't need a dime.
Let's see what he's got.
Lord, my head's been hurting, my back's been aching, the water's drying up and there's a war in the making. People eating bugs 'cause they won't eat bacon. Doggone it. Needles in the streets, folks are full of cars, self-driving. The poor keep hurting, the rich keep thriving. Dog on me. There's a little town somewhere. The only thing you hear at night is that old mill humming. The only time traffic backs up is when that old sweet North Southern train's humming. With me and the dog, hold on it. Just me and the dog, hold on it. Now people's crying about burning coal, but not the poor souls who's digging in. I reckon there's been a many good men in the grave trying to keep our houses lit. From down in the oil fields and the pipelines and the linemen and the coal mines, so we can sit at home and plug in a newfangled bullshit. And Republicans, Democrats, Lord, I swear they're all just full of crap. I ain't never seen a good city slicking bureaucrat. There's a little town somewhere. The only thing you hear at night is that old mill humming. The only time traffic backs up is when that old sweet North Southern train's running. With me and the dog, hold on it. Just me and the dog, hold on it. Lord, my head's been hurting, my back's been aching. The water's drying up and there's a war in the making. People eating bugs cause they won't eat bacon. Dog on it.
I did this one already.
Well, the life we've been given and the way we've been living, just a song that we write till we die. Now some people write songs on living
So here
just
comes
right.
one version of the Wizard
I
right now.
write mine on just getting by. And I'll go on the whim, start writing a hymn that sounds so sweet. But the troubles and the sin of the world that we're in knock me back off my feet. I gotta get sober. I gotta start living right. And I don't know how it's gonna go, but it ain't gonna happen tonight. So pour 'em down strong till I drown. And if I wake up tomorrow when that sun comes back around, I'll be wishing I was sober. Well, the liquor and the bowl they've been saving my soul from the pain that the world's put on me. And Lord, I know that upstairs there's an old man who cares, and one day he'll set me free. I'll go on the whim, start writing a hymn that sounds so sweet. But the troubles and the sin of the world that we're in knock me back off my feet. I gotta get sober, I gotta start living right, and I don't know how it's gonna go, but it ain't gonna happen tonight, so pour 'em down strong till I drown. And if I wake up tomorrow when that sun comes back around, I'll be wishing I was sober. Well, the life we've been given and the way we've been living, just a song that we write till we die.
So this is a song I wrote. It's based off a true story. It's called Ain't Got a Dollar.
Well, I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. All it is, living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, 'cause the rich men. I wish politicians would look out for miners, and not just miners on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the whole beast milking welfare. God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge round. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. All it is, living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, north of rich men.
I'm just waiting for the wizard to get where I want him to be, and then there's going to be this whole other side over here that I want to bring you around now before I end this video.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay. Well, I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and not be true, but it is.
Hydron Cropper, showing you the wizard pretty decently. Several of the images. Don't forget the man on the moon that I was showing you earlier. He's right here. His eyes, one eye's right here, the other eye's here, his nose is right here. His big lips with the cigar I told you coming out of his mouth. Okay, so over here, the wizard.
I wish politicians look out for miners, and not just miners on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to heat, and the whole beast milking welfare. God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay. So you
This cropping tool, I'm working it on timelines. See the timeline? One of them. So I'm bringing my cropper right up to it because I can keep moving the timelines. And as I move the timelines, each image that pops out, those timelines mean something to us. Well, they should, but unfortunately, we're all so fucking programmed into the opposite of reality that no one can get it through their fucking heads. So over here, so I'm gonna turn my camera this way because I'm coming millions and millions of images in here, but I can't go over all of them in one shot. So I'm gonna bring you to several of these ones. So there's the wizards. You'll see him in the background there still. Nose right there, lips right here, right? Okay. So then I'm gonna turn this way, and I'm gonna change my angles to come over here for this one. Because this one, you will probably find the most interesting. See, the timeline for him is here. There's one timeline. So I'm going to go on that timeline first, and then I'm going to change my angles up so I can get his face. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I don't think I have to restart this one. Lights and shadows. Lights and shadows. As I'm working this out, that's why I'm going up and down, because if I go higher on this screen, I'm going to get more light. Okay, so he's got a hairdo that comes all out in here. See it all out here and then all over here? He's got that one too for a larger face. I'll try to give him to you. Hold on, right there. And then I can go down here and then come into that timeline right there. Watch. See, I want to come in, but I don't want to touch the timeline because then I take away this whole side of his face when I do that. So I want to point out a couple things to you. Now, I was mentioning in one of your earlier videos, Oliver, that I did to you, that the people who got tricked into calling the piece of toast, they saw Jesus in the toast when I was a kid. I'm sure you've heard similar stories, especially being where you live. So that was a trick. So the idea is, don't say Jesus, but I just want to let you know that the image of what we all call Jesus, whenever we open a Bible or whenever we go into a church or whenever somebody tells us the stories of Jesus, his image is right here. His image is in here with the long hair. Okay, but that's not the end of the story. I mean, there's millions of images in here, but I just want to let you know that you can find the face of what they call Jesus in our lion-ass system, along with Disney characters and other kind of shit like that you will find, that I can easily show it to you. But I just want you to know that I'm going right here on right before his timeline for this particular image. That timeline for the image I'm looking for is right here. So I'm going right before that timeline so that I can leave you his eyes and his face and his hair. So another amazing thing about this, since we're on the subject of race, this particular area, this particular image has several black human faces in it, including all the afro, the whole afro hairdo and everything like that, a long afro as a matter of fact. So I will bring you in on that one later. I just want to point it out now that this is going to be the same character. This is the, you can see I can go this way and I can bring out all kinds of other characters in that same area. What the hell? Did I press play? What the fuck happened here? Oh, I must have. What the hell? Oh, the video, and then I pressed play. I pressed play? No, I unplugged the fucking computer. Alright, I'll be back. I unplugged the monitor. Alright, I got wires running everywhere in here.